Well, guys, this happens every single time that I do something controversial. Either I do a smear piece on somebody or I do something where I talk about the ironies or hypocrisies or the oxymorons of the left. And, well, somebody gets upset and then somebody usually tries to comb through my videos or do something. I have exactly no idea. I'm just kind of guessing, so I'm just throwing some darts off into maybe the general area of the bullseye. And I know I hate it when people do that. I'm like bullseyeing the wrong target, but it happens every single time. Is it a coincidence? You tell me in the comment sections. I have no idea. But every single time that I do this, they find something. So listen, they went through and found an old video from over a year ago. It's from January 18th of 2023, I think it was. So it's 24. Yeah, it's over a year ago. And I woke up this morning and there's this video, there's this email right here. Hi, No Man's SkyMasters. It looks like Insulting Facts, Generational Trauma, Critical Race Theory, and White Cops. Now, that's a really bold title, and you're like looking at me, and you're like, no way, you probably did it, and I'm like, I had to go back myself. And once I saw the format of the video, the way that I did it in Filmora, I know that that's a very serious video that I do. If I'm going to do like these other videos, it's going to be all wonked up, and I could tell by the format that I was like, nah, I bet I probably kept it pretty clean, So I went back and sort of reviewed it a little bit, and I was like, it is clean, man. I don't, it's a tough topic, and I'm calling out the other side nicely from a different point of view. And I was like, well, let's do what I always do. Let's appeal it. So I definitely appealed it. And gosh, it's always surprising. It always gives me this stomach drop. I'm like, man, they're going to just do me, dude. This is it. This is the time that they do me. But lo and behold, No Man's SkyMasters, we reviewed Insulting Facts, Generational Trauma, Critical Race Theory, and White Cops again and confirmed it doesn't violate our community guidelines. We put your content back on YouTube. Thanks for your patience during our review. We're committed to keeping YouTube a safe place for everyone, and sometimes we make mistakes. You make a lot of mistakes, YouTube, but thank you. And I don't think it's always YouTube's fault, I do think these little mobs come over, and that's part of the problem too. And I can always tell when something's going on with my channel because I'll go into it and I can't explain this, but it glitches. It pop, 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 glitch. It's on my phone or on here. It acts weird. I can't explain how the way it comes in. It looks like it's being analyzed. I feel like Google's coming on and looking at me and confirming everything in my room and checking out who fucking neighbors are around me and everything else like that and making sure I'm not doing anything weird. And they're like, oh, all right, I guess we'll let you get on. But we're looking at you, sir. We're going to put a ban on your videos for 48 hours, too. Which, I don't know, it's not really, the numbers are okay today. They have done it since the election. So, I thought maybe they were going to ease up, but I think they're coming down harder with a hammer just to try to smear everything out so they can just continue on their fight for the next 4 years. And then they're, you know what it is. You know what it is. Anyway, the content seems to be back on. I think I'm going to pause this and just go over here and check really quick.
Chose a losing side and they
video.
keep doubling down. And when they lose the battle, they get mad about it. They want you to stop being such a good debater and stop grabbing facts out.
They took it down and they put it back up, but I guess it's going to take a while for it to actually show back up. And I bet you it goes under some kind of a weird shadow ban thing. So let's just watch it again,
And just quit presenting these facts that make them look bad. That's so crazy. You know what? I get up every day and there's some facts that I don't like. I know that's shocking. You're looking at
I still get up every day and there's still facts that I don't like.
Perfect white male privileged. I've had everything handed to me in life. Everything I've needed. Get out of the way. Watch out. White privilege. Get out of the way. Excuse me. White privilege coming through. You didn't know? I didn't know.
That comes from a skit from Beavis and Butthead. the teacher teaches them about white privilege, and they're like, "Oh, we had no clue that we had this the whole time. We should have been using it." So they go outside, and they're like, "Excuse me, get out of the way! Excuse me, get out of the way!" And they're just trying to cut lines, and they're telling everybody else about it too. They're like, "We didn't know either," So I just thought that was funny. So that's why I do that. Hey.
No, either. Yeah, it's apparently a thing. White privilege. I don't have to wait in line. Get out of the way, you people. Go back to your own country. This is white privilege country. Get out of my way, So, here we...
I mean, if anything, there was a spot right there that maybe could be taken out of context, but it was... Yeah, is what it is. I don't know what else to tell you.
Here we are. We got these guys. Look at this guy. Oh my gosh, this is really perfect. I don't want to play the whole video because I think I really just summed it up. But he sits there and he says it over and over. It's really hard to listen to this guy get mad that other people debate better. And he wants to call it I like the way you use language. Yeah, you mean like speaking? I'm sorry, I'm not. He starts off like, I'm not articulate. No, you are not. You are brainwashed, is what you are. Let's listen to this guy.
Hello. Sorry if I'm not as articulate as I could be. It's weird to see you guys listen.
Not as articulate as I could be. It's weird to see you guys in person.
I am kind of interested in the wordplay, specifically Charlie, because I've seen the most of you online, but also
Charlie's wordplay, like me presenting the facts to you.
Candace, I'm afraid I have nothing.
That's called wordplay. Like your wordplay is what's pissing me off, man. It's really crazy to listen to this guy.
Ask, but specifically Charlie. A lot of the wordplay you use, and a lot of the sources that you draw on, like the statistics, you're very good at just like ramping off statistics and throwing them into the person that you're arguing. I was wondering, where do you collect your sources, and do you make them easily accessible?
Of course. Would you like to name an example that I can cite for you now?
I don't question that the things that you're saying are factual. It's more how they are phrased and how they are put to us. So
it's not like what you're saying is wrong. I just don't like the way you're delivering it to me. I need it to be delivered softer and maybe throw in some lies in there so what I believe sounds better.
For example, the thing that you've just said now about abortion, could you quickly...
And he looks like the guy that plays guitar for the guitarist that came into Red Hot Chili Peppers, Dave Navarro. Oh my gosh,
I was going to say that earlier, but I knew I had said it.
That's when the Red Hot Chili Peppers was
just
really
like
gay.
Dave Navarro.
And I just didn't like that style of them. I liked them when they were like the hard... And like, I love all of you. That's when Red Hot Chili Peppers went downhill for me, man.
If you remind me so I don't trip over my
Sure, I'll do the first one. I say a celebration of a pregnancy. Why do we call that event a baby shower, not a fetus shower?
The fetus shower. Yeah, that's language there for you. Let's use your language. Let's appropriation of language. Hold up a second. How does he respond to this?
Right, so that in itself sounds like, oh, right, well, that means there's a cultural acceptance of the idea that it's a baby pre-birth. But that's just a linguistic, cultural way. So I'm pro-choice, for example, but I would still call it a baby shower. That doesn't mean I culturally accept the idea that it's a baby pre-birth. I'm just using a linguistic standard.
There's deeper meaning. Now, let's play this out. It's fun.
Let's play this out. It's
so
fun.
If the individual that has the baby shower decides right after the baby shower to have an abortion, what is that inside of her called?
Look at this guy look down, dude. He doesn't like this. He doesn't like it. He just got cornered. Doesn't like it. Let's change the topic.
I don't want to do this, if that's all right. I don't want to do abortion.
I know, but you see all of a sudden your argument
can I use a different
up?
Example if abortion is kicking up too much dust?
It's kicking up too much dust. Let's not talk about these things and bring them up head on. Let's not deal with any of the problems. Let's sweep them under the rug until they become really, 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 really big problems that we just don't know how to handle because we can't even have a simple fucking debate.
Can I use a different example
Sure,
of a fact?
that's fine,
Okay,
that's
so
perfectly fine.
Like I'm just debating that the guy can't even get up and talk. He can't even get up and actually have a conversation successfully. They're in a this goes with a whole bunch of the tardids, man. They don't know how to have an actual conversation unless you are just stroking their ego. They don't know what to do. Once you stop stroking their ego and maybe get into something and like giving some people and every human needs this. The people you love need it the most. I think that the people I love give me the hardest times, and they give me they ridicule me, and they clown on me, man, with love. I mean, most people do it with love, but my real good friends will even smack me upside the back of the head, and I appreciate that. That comes from love, man, and that's me doing something wrong, and I really appreciate when somebody sets me in line. Nobody has been set in line. All these people have just gotten participation awards, and they've been told that they're victims, and that it's, critical race theory, it's the white man, it's everything else. We're going to get into another video right after this guy that really sums this up here.
The first thing I saw with you in was your political debate with Hassan. Yeah. That was the first thing I saw of you. And you said, you'll probably still remember it, but it was that the worst 10 cities in America were run by Democrats.
Yeah, the poorest, most murderous. Yeah.
Right. So I looked it up because I wanted to read up on it, and there wasn't a source in the video mirror I'd seen. And that was correct. But it was also correct that of the top 10 cities, most of them were Democrat. And across the board, on average, most cities are Democrat. So the fact that you took it out of the entirety of the fact, which is that most cities are Democrat, the top best cities are Democrat, and the worst cities are Democrat, and you chose to only say that the worst cities are Democrat.
Top best cities are Democrat?
So he means the most prosperous.
We know what he means,
in the same way
Candace.
that, yeah, so the city...
Candace is just ready to pop on him, and I think Candace should have kept her mouth shut right there, but that's all right, Candace. I love you. You're so cute. She's just ready to pounce on this guy. I think his English is bad.
The study that I found that mirrored your statistic said that.
So cities tend to be more, urban areas tend to be more to the left, just as they are, but when Republican mayors are actually allowed the chance to govern, the results are remarkable. And so let's juxtapose cities versus states, or even if you want to extrapolate what my argument was really talking about. In the laboratory of democracy theory, which we all believe in, which is when certain...
You said, I think it was the life expectancy in Cuba was 15 years lower than that in the United States.
Yeah, if the government doesn't kill you, right.
Right, democide. But I looked it up as well, and I found there was no information on that. And in fact, the Google definition, which draws on...
Listen to this guy, how much invested he's got in letting Google be his brain. All right, I'm going to go over here to Google. Now, I can put any information into Google. You can go into Wikipedia and change Wikipedia. Google doesn't have everything. I mean, I think if Google was fair and it wasn't if it was ran like a hive mind, Google would be this way. But Google is not this way. And look how much faith this guy has into it. What the Cuban government has said on their Google site.
It cites, many different studies, and it fills it all in and it pulls it all together.
It fills it in and pulls it all together, and it chooses the most reasonable
response that's backed up by
facts and logic. Yeah, because I sound so smart because of Google, and without Google, I wouldn't be anything. I'm just a dumbass with a smartphone, and I'll regurgitate anything that I read. So how could that possibly manipulate me at all? I have no idea. I mean, how can I be manipulated?
It said that it was actually a year older than the US. So how do you, especially
point.
when you're, I think it's called galloping,
you're
throwing so many points in
You want to talk about somebody who's galloping, calling somebody else a galloper.
a debate. Do you not think it's unfair and unreasonable, and maybe at points even manipulative, to be phrasing things in a certain way that might be, when beyond scrutiny? It's like me, who had to Google all of these statistics, which pan out to be not as obtrusive and anti-left as you say they are. Do you not think that's at the worst incompetent, and at the best incompetent, and at the worst malicious?
So you're entitled to your own opinion, not entitled to your own facts.
You're entitled to your own opinion, not into your own facts. Yeah, okay.
Let's talk about the Cuban one. I reject the own Cuban government's health statistics completely and totally. I don't believe the socialist governments of Cuba's health statistics that they submit to the World Health Organization or the United Nations, because objective, independent analysis of their own health standards are nearly 20 to 30 years behind life expectancy that their own government produced. So what you're looking at is corroborated by people that want it to be true. And we can have a 30-minute discussion over whether you believe the Cuban health statistics, but the answer is, show me another statistic of anything I've talked about in the 300 hours that Candace and I have done, public speaking. Everything I talk about, everything I do is rooted in years of research and backing and data, and I'm happy to talk about each specific one. I don't want to monopolize the time here, but I reject the premise and the insinuation that somehow I'm being reckless, because facts are not reckless. In fact, it's the basis of why we're here and why what we believe.
Boom. Facts are the basis of why we're here. Okay, on many levels, man. This guy doesn't like the facts. They bother him.
You successfully pivoted away from the intention of my question, which wasn't the factual nature of the statements you were saying. It's the way that you phrased them.
So I phrased them effectively, and that should be a problem?
Oof, my goodness. I'm convincing you that you're wrong and you're upset.
No, it's not about...
No.
Effectively, as defined by you, as in it promotes your agenda.
Said that you pivoted quickly away from the abortion thing.
Can I please finish my...
Ooh, yeah, he did pivot really quickly. It is that was stirring up, what did he say, too much dust?
Huh?
Happy to, yeah.
I pivoted away from the abortion thing, not because I didn't want to talk about it, but because it made me uncomfortable to do so.
Do you think...
It made him uncomfortable. The truth is very hard to listen to.
Do you think it's effective the way I worded it? Because maybe it made you think a way you never had to think before?
Oof.
The point is, like, I could do that for every issue.
It's more that, so you say, like, oh, we shouldn't trust the Cuban health statistics because they've got an agenda to promote, and that probably makes a lot of sense. But similarly, there are people whose prime objective, as if they're still stuck in McCarthy.
In the same time, that's essentially what you're...
Defeat his debate. Yeah. So you're basically saying he should do also the job of Charlie Kirk and whoever's debating him, which is just ludicrous.
In the same time, that's essentially what you're saying, is that Charlie should say, okay, you should look at a socialist country.
These guys have been waiting the whole time to jump in. Candace has been like going... And my man over here, I don't know who this guy is, but I want to go like and subscribe and follow this this gentleman here. Everybody up on this panel is pretty cool with me, man. But it's really funny how they're just ready to, like, it's so funny because you're just like, you're raising your hand so you can state the obvious of what 2 + 2 is.
And say Venezuela people are killing their pets to eat food, etc. However, in this situation, they had really good weather and it was sunny, etc. I don't understand how you want him as one side of the... Yeah, I'm going to finish.
And by the way, another good use of this time would have been if you actually had the alternate facts and just debated Charlie.
Just said yes. Instead,
while you were here, as opposed to debating the concept.
There's no point having your own
Charlie
opposition without actually good...
He's debating that he debates too good and you don't like the way that he debates, man.
The facts yourself to come and debate rather than saying he uses facts too well.
We could end that
Final
right there
point.
because that's the way it is. We would just end that right there, you know? And let's go a little step further here. I mean, I'm sure you've all watched this here. Like, you know, get your manifestos out because I got to play it because it's just, it hits every single talking point, every single victimizing point. Every single person I meet, these people are terrorists to me. I don't cater to any of this, dude. You want to talk about people talking about, you want to say we're going to get, you meet me in the street and you come up with something like this, I am going to come at you dead on straight with facts. You want to come at me, I don't beat around the bush and I don't cater with this kind of stuff. And I think this officer went way out of his element and was really nice about it. But this chick right here pulls out every single card, and this is hard to watch too, man. This is everybody that I meet now. This is you being brainwashed and victimizing and blaming everybody else. She's drunk, traveling down the road the wrong way. She says that she's had 3 drinks. She's drunk driving down the wrong way, and somehow it's good old Whitey's fault, man. Whitey strikes again. So let's play this video, man. This is a real good one.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Why are you driving in the wrong way of traffic?
No, I just got changed around. I just moved here like...
No, I just got changed around. Let me tell you what's happening.
2 months ago.
Okay.
I just got changed around.
Okay. Do you understand what's going on, though?
Yes.
You're going into oncoming traffic.
I know, and I just decided that it was better just to turn around really quick. So,
okay.
But I'm sorry. I just have like really bad social anxiety and stuff.
I get you.
I don't want to step out whenever you're asking.
Me too. I have social anxiety because of people like you, man. You know, I'm not afraid to confront you people, and I will confront you, but I usually don't like to leave the house because I usually have to confront one of you people. And then sometimes I just do it on purpose. I just go like I'll go out and I'll wear this hat right here, and then people will be like, oh, you're one of us. I'm like, no, I'm not one of you, man. The rainbow was God's promise that he wouldn't flood and kill everybody again, you filthy little sinner. And they don't really like that, dude. So, you know, sometimes I just meet it head on. Sometimes I try to avoid it. But, yeah, I definitely have some social anxieties too, sister.
For stuff.
And I'm going to misgender this chick the whole time, okay? I don't really care. She is dumb, and I'm going to misgender her the whole video.
Okay, well, we're past that. Just go ahead and step out.
As an indigenous person.
Oh, she's also indigenous. That's like 1/32 of something. I don't. Who knows, man? I don't know, man. She doesn't even know. Nancy Pelosi's like 1/87th something too, right?
Right back here, please. Miss
Oh, shit. Strike number 1, sir. What is your badge number? What did you just say? Did you just say Miss?
Perry? Am I...
Well, I'm non-binary, so
Okay. What do you go by?
it's Kai.
How can I refer to you tonight? Kai? Okay.
Hey, wasn't the Kai the hatchet guy too? any person named Kai seems like trouble. Wasn't the hatchet wielding guy? Kai, the hatchet wielding guy? Come on, guys. You know what I'm talking about, right? I'll put a picture up over there somewhere.
Hey, I'm smelling alcohol.
I know.
How much?
I know, but I have social anxiety and I can't drive without being drunk, Whitey.
Have you consumed tonight?
Like probably 3 drinks.
Probably 3, trying to be a super kid. I got these little flowers and I'm indigenous.
I need to run you through some tests right now.
Oh, Whitey's got to run me through some damn tests. Holding me down. You talking about oppression, trying to hold a brother down, holding sister down.
And facing me, please.
But
Facing the white man, you want me to face you? What do you want me to do, kneel down and kiss your feet?
just want you to know that I also have very bad social anxiety.
You done said that before.
You and me both.
All 3 of us.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, you have it? You have it? Oh, you're going to be one of those, huh?
Any recent head trauma, traumatic brain injuries?
Look at those eyes, dude. I can't stand this chick. I can't stand her in so many ways. It wouldn't even matter what color she was or anything. Anybody who acts and looks like this is garbage. And you saying all these woke talking points is such a great thing for highlighting how dumb all these woke talking points are.
Is there anything I need to know about?
Mental, yes.
Mental, yes.
Focus on my finger, please.
I am. You're just like trying to intimidate me.
I don't know how I'm trying to do that. This is the test.
As you know, as an indigenous person, and there's a bunch of going around, I'm sorry, but it's just for me to be on my toes. On my toes. On my toes.
I get you.
On my toes, I am being very cautious because you are about to white privilege all over me. I don't want your white privilege gushing out of you all over me. I can see you gunning me down right now, basically. Your aura is raping me. It's like it's now, and basically my spirit and bent over with its anus bleeding right now, and my indigenous ancestors are looking at you, and they are I can't come up with any more, guys.
Can you remember that I told you that I'm non-binary?
What's wrong with me?
Right before you're going to do some balancing stuff. So non-binary, I mean, if you can juggle a few genders, I mean, can't you walk a fucking straight line?
Yeah, I'll try my hardest. I'll refer to you as Kai, right?
Kai, the hatchet-wielding lesbian guy, transitioner.
Yes.
Perfect. I need to know if you have any injuries or anything that would prevent you from doing a standard walk or turn tonight.
I've got a stinky vaginal yeast infection. Call me sir.
Mental health.
Any physical injuries?
Mental, yeah.
Yeah, mental health is physical. That's so crazy. I love this girl. I love her. Thank you for being such a victim.
But no, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Mental PTSD, depression, anxiety.
I get you.
What else you want?
Now with your right foot, place it in front of your left in a heel-to-toe touching manner with your arms by your side, just like this, ma'am.
Can you not call me ma'am, please?
Oh, she
was
done
doing so
called
good.
him out for calling her ma'am when we all know that she's baking a full-on fallopian fungus down there. Smells like sourdough.
I'm trying my hardest.
Okay, well,
Okay.
it means a lot to me.
I'm trying.
Listen, I've grown up slightly, but I was kind of sort of almost a little offended myself, but then it's kind of wrapped up like this, and I felt good about it again. So, yeah, you know, I don't approach videos sort of like this anymore, but it's hilarious to watch, and it's coming from a very entertainment point of view on it. So, take it with a grain of salt. It's SkyMaster's Media. You know, hit that like and subscribe. This is raunchy funny, you know. It is. It's just going. I mean, if it didn't happen, we wouldn't have it to talk about, you know.
Try my
I
hardest.
don't feel like a man, so
Okay.
it's kind of triggering.
Right.
Triggering. This guy did so well. He did so good, man. Cash, man, my hat's off to this guy. Who's this officer's name? This guy. I hope this guy gets a raise.
Foot in front of your left. Nope. Go back.
I'm sorry, but the whole man thing, just like,
The whole man thing. You just misgender me? Did she just misgender me?
I apologize. Let's see if we can move forward from it. You have 0 questions?
no, but I just want to tell you that I suffer from really bad anxiety, especially
When you're going to jail.
with generational trauma and
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Generational trauma. That's the name of the video. Generational trauma.
PTSD around white people and cops. Like,
Generational trauma. PTSD around white people and cops. That's the name of the video.
it's just,
I'm going to speak with you right over here, okay?
no,
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead and place your hands behind your back.
No.
don't.
Gosh, man, I love this stuff, man. I remember the first time I got arrested. You're like so kind of like, you know, it's a nerve-wracking, but I mean, you don't fight it. Even as a white person, as white privilege as I am, we don't get any treatment any better. You get your head banged on the back of the car, and we get the same booger sandwich that you have to. I usually use that as a pillow because you go into the holding tank and they don't give you shit in there for what, 24 hours maybe? I don't know. Yeah, man. This girl's fun right here, man.
You
Don't make it hard.
Please.
Don't make it hard.
No,
No. You're going to get a resisting.
dude,
You're going to get a
I
resisting check.
don't.
Don't resist.
Don't.
Racist.
Don't.
Listen to me. Don't resist.
Don't. You're being a
here.
white man and
Come here.
don't. I followed all of your shit. Like,
I followed all your shit. I did everything except for not drinking and driving down the wrong fucking way of the road and maybe could have killed some people. I mean, but fuck you, man. It's my right. I'm inclusive. I would have killed somebody indigenous too.
as an indigenous person, like, you guys. You guys are
I'm indigenous. Fuck you guys. I'm indigenous. Fuck you guys.
scaring me.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
Yes, there is. It's called generational trauma.
Okay, walk on my vehicle.
I swear to you, man. I swear to you. All you do is just replace the swastika with a rainbow, and then the goal of white, blonde hair, blue eyes to anybody that's gay. And heck, I bet you they want to gas you, but they won't. I don't know if they can get away with that. But if they could get away with gassing straight people, they would. Which is kind of crazy because it seems like they need us to procreate. But I guess you got test tube babies. I guess there wouldn't be any further evolution because we wouldn't be mixing DNA. We'd just be carbon copying of the same idiots all over, and then that would be the end of the human race there. So yeah, guys. Anyway, it's very sad. Generational trauma, PTSD, white people, and cops. Love it, man. Hit that like and subscribe. Well, sometimes I get in cringy moods, but it wasn't over the top. It could definitely be cringy. And I say I probably moved on from probably going that far over the line. But, I think it was in January 18th I put that out. It's always wintertime, man. You're in the middle of winter depression, and just everybody seems to be rubbing everybody raw. So, hey, that's my time for getting my raunchy videos out. And, well, anyway, somebody went through and found some things that they didn't like about it. The flag seemed to came from the beginning of it all, and everything came back fairly quickly. So, I would think if anything would get called out would maybe be some of the artwork, towards the end. If I could take anything back, maybe I would take that back, Maybe I'd just glance at once. I didn't have to shove it down everybody's throat, like that. But yeah, but it's sort of like that though. I mean everything. I wish I'd have said it differently. Does that make sense? I mean, that's where I'm at. So anyway, hit that like and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next video. We got this video, should be taken back up, but they'll probably have it shadow banned and somewhat anyway. So
That's it, man. I'll see you guys on the next video. Hit that like and subscribe.